What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572. Return a chance. Today's October 26, 2024, and we're gonna hop on and do a market watch. But I did want to give you guys a little update about myself because a couple months ago I started working out and started eating a little bit better, and I have already lost 20 pounds. I don't know how many of you guys care, but I did lose 20 pounds already. I was at 210 pounds, and I am at 190 right now. My goal though is to hit the 170, 175 mark, just so I could be a little bit healthier, just so I could be able to stay up during the day. I noticed when I was heavier I was a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more lazier, but I have been I have been more productive now that I'm a little bit more active and stuff. So that's a little update on myself. Just wanted to remind you guys to get out there, stay consistent. I know that's one of the hardest things to do, staying consistent. No matter what you do, stay consistent at it, and you'll see results. But let's get started with this market watch. Dominus Impulse. This is a card that I regret not picking up when it was like at the $40-ish price point, I think, on release day. It hit 30. Was it at 30? How many of you guys picked it up at 30? Because I would have picked it up at 30. I should have been more on it. Right now we have it reaching $70, $75, $73, $73, $75.38, $75.99, $76.99, and $76. That is crazy. This card is almost reaching the $80 price point. I think last week we took a look at it. It was around 60. Now it's almost reaching the $80 price point. Hopefully you guys picked yours up early. I didn't, so I guess I have to wait for the reprint in next year's Tins to get it. But next up we have Primate Lordy Lord. Apparently this card has been being teched in a couple decks. I've heard Plant Rikas or something have been testing it out. I heard that it's a tech in Blue Eyes that you could use probably. This says when this card is activated, add one Primate card from your deck to your hand except Primate Lordy Lord. You could declare one normal monster card name, special summon one, declare normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Also, you cannot activate the effects of special summon monsters on the field this turn. You can only use the effect of Primate Lordy Lord once per turn. Normal monster, then Primate monster. I say Primate. Primate monster you control gain 300 attack for each normal monster with different names in your graveyard. Let me know if you guys think this is a pretty good card. Like I said, all I heard was something about Blue Eyes, something about Rikas, and I forgot what other deck was being mentioned that this card is being used in. But it looks like it is getting some hype right now. It was sitting around like $2.50, but right now we have it pushing up. We have 33 listings. We have it at $7.50, $8, $9, $9.88, $9.89, $9.90, and $8.99. Let me know down below if you guys think this card is gonna stick at this price point, or if we should be selling this off while the hype is up, and maybe it might come down later on. Wanted Sinker Sinful Spoils has a couple, actually has two printings available. Looks like this card has been steadily staying up around the $20 price point. I got rid of the one I pulled for around 17. Again, if you guys want to ever check out like my TCGPlayer store, you guys are welcome to hit the link below. I should have the link attached to the description, or you guys can message me on Instagram. We could work out a better deal and go from there. I have a pretty good reputation on selling, so I'm a trusted seller. You guys can trust me. We could work something out, and I'll give you guys a better deal than you would get on TCGPlayer. We have 36 listings for Wanted. This is a 25th anniversary version from this is a Prismatic Secret from the 25th anniversary tins. We have it at $22.92, $22.93, $22.94, $22.99, and $23.09, $21.99. This package is still seeing some play in the meta. Let me take a look at the other version. I know there's a couple other ones. Where you at? In Yu-Gi-Oh! I try to get it to just show me the Wanted, but yeah, it has 1, 2, 3 printings. The Quarter Century Seeker is the highest rarity printing. I could actually probably see this going up in price. I know Diabolstar, the Black Witch, was going up in price, so I can maybe see this one going up in price. And Diabolstar, the Black Witch, the Quarter Century Seeker, it's going up in price, but it's getting like 7 different other printings in Quarter Century Bonanza. This one hasn't been confirmed that it's going to be in there. It might, so take this information with a grain of salt. But if it's not, I could see this card going up next. Right now it's at $107.99, $108.99. It already started going up, I think. Let's see, 92. It's at what it was at its lowest. So I could see this card maybe pushing up to like the $150 mark, maybe. Because look, Bolster Black Witch is at 185, and this card is getting confirmed. It's confirmed to be getting some reprints. So, yeah, I think Wanted Seeker Sensible Boys, the Core Century Seeker is gonna hit like the $150 mark. Again, take that with a grain of salt. Do what you want with the info, but that's just my opinion. And I usually don't recommend going after like higher rarity stuff. But if you got the money, and yeah, that might be a good pickup. Seeker Sensible Spoil from Age of Overlord looks like it has been going up to, was hitting at a $17 price point, and right now we have it at $24.99, $26, $26, $26.48, and $27 on the first page. So a little bit more expensive than the Prismatic Seekers, but yeah, that's because so far we do not have it confirmed for a reprint in the Core Century Bonanza set, only the Black Witch. So, and this is a 3 of, so I think this one could possibly hit like the $35 price point again. Like I said, it's being used in the meta still, with what do you call it, with the Fire Kings, and yeah, with the Fire King strategy. So, and the Snake Eyes package. So yeah, it's gonna stick around for a while. Cashier of Fenrir, this is the lowest I've seen this card hit in a while. It looks like we have the Prismatic Seekers around like $11, $12. 124 listings, and look, 1087, 1087, 1089, 1090, 1090, and 1094. Could it get a reprint in the Core Century Bonanza set? Maybe, but if it doesn't, I would come in and swipe these up. I know Fenrir hasn't seen too much play in too many decks aside from like the Cashier. There's still some decks that do main the Fenrir, but I haven't seen it being as popular as it was before. Before you would see Fenrir and splash in every single build. Now it's like, you don't really see it that much. 76 listings for the Ultra. This Ultra is sitting at 1095. 9868, $11, $11.96, and then $11.98. I got rid of mine when they were hitting like the $15, $16 price point, just because I wasn't using them. But this is kind of tempting. I might pick some back up if they do miss a Quarter Century Bonanza set, if they don't get a reprint in that. And then the Ultimate Rares too are actually pretty cheap at the moment. Let me see if yeah, they're actually pretty cheap. This is kind of the lowest I've seen them at too. 44 listing, $24.99, $24.99, $25, $25.25, $24.99, $25.50, and $25.50. If they hit $20, I'm definitely coming in and swiping some up. But like I said, all that's depending on what is being reprinted for the Quarter Century Bonanza set. Because so far they've been announcing just like the old school nostalgic cards. They haven't really announced too many of the modern era cards that are gonna get reprinted. I think only Sky Striker Engaged was the one that they announced that is getting reprinted that I saw for like modern era Yu-Gi-Oh. But as far as I know, a lot of the other stuff is like older stuff. Phantom of Yubel, this is the lowest I've seen this card at. 121 listings. It is at $15.95, $15.99, $18.46, $18.47, under $20. I guess I'll call it like a $19 card at the moment. But this is a card that once was hitting like the $60 price point. Was sitting around like $46 a couple weeks ago, but has been dropping down in price. And I'm thinking that's because of the Ultimate Rare reprint that it just got in the OTS 26 set. Let's take a look at that one real quick. Oh, it has a Core Century too. I forgot about that. It looks like Core Century's at 103, 103, 94, 104, 99, 107, 110, 114, and 115. So like between $100 and $115. But I know it has a Ultimate Rare. Where's it at? Oh, it looks like the Ultimate Rare is sitting at $33.50, $34.49, $34.50, $35.90, $35.97, $35, and $34.99. Let me know if you guys think this one is a good pickup, or if the Secret Rare version of Phantom of Yubel is a good pickup. Honestly, I don't see this card getting a reprint anytime soon, so it could be one of those cards that could possibly go up later on in price, depending on how the Yubel strategy gets hit. I'm expecting a ban list in January. Usually we start off the year maybe like in January, February with a new ban list. So I'm expecting a ban list then. So we'll see if Yubel gets hit. I think right now the deck that's topping is like Snake Eyes and Azamina, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I feel like Yubel is still a pretty good strategy in the format. But we'll see how Konami decides to hit decks in January, February. But I still love Bellion. The Core Century Seeker continues to hold up at this price point that it's been at. It's been over like 200 for a while now. 7 listings. We have it at 230, 235, 249, 250, 265, $300, and then $400. That's crazy. Because I remember this card being like way lower, like when it came out. What was it at? That was a year ago. It was like at 170, 160 was the lowest it was at. And then it hit a high price point of 240, dropped down to like 200, and it looks like it did hit like 189 back in September, but we're back at 200 now. 230 being the lowest price, and only 7 listings available for this card. I know Branded uses this. I know Dragon Link uses this. And if you guys could think of any other decks that use it, let me know down below. Clockwork Night. We just got a new Link monster. I think it's called Clarkwork Night, but with a K. Instead of Night, it's spelled, Night with a K. And it's able to search out Clockwork Night, so I wanted to come take a look at it and see how it's doing. This card has been going up in price ever since, it has came out. The lowest I picked it up at was like $5 to $6. I did sell mine around a $13 price point like a couple months ago when it got hyped up, but right now we have it, let's see, at 52 listings. We have listings at $13, $14, $14.99, $14, and then $18.40 at the bottom of the first page. I think this card could possibly see some more hype the closer we get to that Clockwork Night Link monster that's able to search this card. It might reach the $20, $25 price point during the hype, but then I feel like it's going to come down. We need a machine deck out there to really, abuse this card, and we need some type of build to be able to, show that it could perform for this card to stay at that high of a price point. I feel like it's just hype right now. It's going to come back down. It's just one of those cards that, tends to go up and down every now and then. 7th extension. So this card was reaching a high price point a couple weeks ago of like 17, 18-ish dollars. We did talk about it. 26 listing. Looks like it started to come down a little bit. $14, $15. $15 right here, $15.19, $15.94, $15.95, and then $15. I don't see this card reaching the $10 price point again. I think if you're lucky, you could get this card for like around $12, maybe $14, $15, $12 to $15. But I could see this card increasing in price. The reason for that is because we have Riso coming out in December. We're getting closer and closer to that. We're in October 26th. Yeah, we're like maybe a month or something away from getting Riso. And I feel like when that strategy comes out, it's going to dominate here in the TCG because it's dominating over there in the OCG. Again, it doesn't always translate, but we kind of get an idea of how the format's going to look like based on the OCG. So I'm just expecting the same in the TCG. Again, I could be wrong, so take this with a grain of salt and, make your own judgment. But I could see this card reaching the $20, $25 price point once the Riso archetype comes out. So if you are planning to play it, I would say come in and pick it up before it's too late and they do go up even higher in price. Full Armor Utopic Ray Lancer, I noticed was going up too. This is a secret rare from Battles of Legends Terminal Revenge. This is a card that was sitting around 50 cents. I definitely have some of these, so I need to go search them out before the hype cools down on these. I think this is because it's being used in like the Exceed Armor package or something like that. Once per turn, you could also Exceed summon Full Armor Utopic Ray Lancer by discarding one spell or trap card using one rank 4 or lower Exceed monster you control. So yeah, let me know down below if this is being used in like the Exceed Armor package or something like that, or is it being used in Riso to like rank up. And it says monster your opponent control lose 500 attack at the start of battle phase. You can negate the effects of all attack position monster your opponent currently controls. Okay, so that's not bad. At the start of battle phase, you can negate the effects of all attack position monster your opponent controls. So it's kind of like a Dark Ruler. When this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you could detach one material from this card and make a second attack. Okay, so I could see how it could be useful. It's like a little tech tool. By discarding one spell trap using one rank 4 or lower Exceed monster you control. 4 or lower. So yeah, I'm thinking Riso or something based on like the Armored Exceed package or something like that. you guys have any more info on what deck is using this, let me know down below. 48 listings. Like I said, it was around 20 cents, 50 cents. Now we're at $2, $2.25, $2.80, $2.95. So reaching the $3 price point on the first page. So definitely go look at your bulk and see if you guys have some of these. Next up, we have Sky Striker Ace Ray. I thought it was a good pickup around like the $15 price point. It looks like this card has just been going down. And I'm wondering why. I mean, I know it has a quarter century secret rare, like an alternative art version, but do you think Ray might be getting ultimate rare? I mean, this artwork of Ray might be getting a quarter century secret rare in the Bonanza set. Let me know down below. I mean, Engage did get it technically, so maybe that's why people are scared to go in on this, because another version is coming out of it. Well, 7 other version might be coming out for it. 88 listings. This is the lowest I've seen this card at. We have 823, 823, 820, 823, 950. So under $10 now. Like I said, I thought it was a good pickup at 15, but sometimes I miss on the market. Sometimes I don't. Well, most of the time I don't, but sometimes I do miss. So this is one of those cards I missed the mark on. But I could see this card going up if it doesn't get a reprint in the quarter century Bonanza set. This will technically still be the highest affordable rarity. Is that what you want to call it? Let's call it that. Ray, where is it at? So we have the alternative art right here, the quarter century secret, and yeah, aside from that, the only other higher rarity after that would be the ultimate rare. So yeah, do what you want with that info. But yeah, like I said, sometimes I miss, but I feel like if it doesn't get a quarter century secret rare in the Bonanza set, it's gonna go up. Artifact Lancia, the quarter century secret rare, is still continuing to go up in price, and that's because we had the Malice archetype coming out also in December, along with the Riso archetype. 16 listing. This is a card that's gonna be teched and sided against them because they banish, and you don't want them to be able to combo off and do their thing. So you're gonna run Lancia in order to, it says during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you contribute this card from your hand or face up on the field. Neither player can banish cards for the rest of their turn, so it completely kind of like shuts them down. This card was sitting around like $12 back in August, and now we have it pushing up at 16 listings, $27.95, reaching the $30 price point, $33.97, $33.49. But if you're a budget player, you guys have plenty of versions of Lancia to run, of Lancia that you could pick up. You don't have to go again and go and get the quarter century secret rare. It came out in the rare collection, so there's plenty of copies. There's commons, there's ultra rares, there's secret rares. There's just so much. You don't have to worry about picking it up. You go have access to the card. It looks like Boro Furious Dragon is going up in price. This is a card that was hyped up a couple months ago, and that's when I sold mine. I think I picked mine up for like around 30 cents, 50 cents. I had like 12 copies of this, and I sold them for like $7, $5. But it came back down to the $2 price point. I still have a couple play sets. I have one play set still available somewhere. 62 listings, but it looks like it's heading up in price for some reason. If you guys have any more info on what deck is using Boro Furious Dragon, let me know down below. Is it maybe being used as a super poly target, or is it being used as a duality target or something like that? Give me some more info on this, because I want to see why it just shot up in price all of a sudden. 224, 227, 229, 232, 250, 259, 274, 275. Yeah, the last deck I remember seeing this in was branded, so maybe there's a build out there that Yu-Gi-Oh player that top ran this or something like that. But yeah, give me some more info down below. F-Zero Utopic Draco Future Decor Century Secret, I think, is a good pickup. It's at 114 listings. I feel like this card is a really good boss monster that could someday come back into the meta, and that's why I'm recommending picking it up, because it's cheap and because of what it could do. There's decks that could turbo this out pretty easily. I know Mimigos is one of those decks that my brother runs this in, so he's able to make it pretty consistently. But yeah, I feel like there's going to be decks in the future that could abuse and turbo this out. It's a really good boss monster. 114 listings, and it's only at 126, 131. So picking up a playset for under $5, I think you're going to be winning later on. I could see this card reaching the $10, even $15 price point someday. It's just going to take some time to wait. But I'm picking mine up. I'm not saying you guys have to, but you can if you want to. Sheen's Dojo. This is a super rare from Spirit Warriors. This is a 6 Samurai card, and as you guys know, 6 Samurai just got some new support in Rage of the Abyss. We have 11 listings for this card. This is a card that was at 227, but right now we have it at 565, 560, 659, $10, 1275, 1298, and $12 right here at the bottom of the first page. So it went up by, let's say, like $10. What does it do? It says each time a 6 Samurai monster, normal or special summon, place 1 Bushido counter on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard, special summon 1 6 Samurai or Sheen effect monster from your main deck whose level is less than or equal to the number of Bushido counters on this card. So it helps you special summon from the deck. It looks like there are common versions available from the structured deck Samurai Warriors that are worth like $3-ish. It looks like only 11 listings on the market for that one. And we also have some more super rares here from Extreme Victory that are worth like $4. Looks like they're above their market price. Only 6 listings available. So if you guys maybe have some old bulk or something, go take a look at it. See if you guys maybe have this, because now it's worth some money. Number 60, Dugaris, the Timeless. Looks like it is going up for its quarter century secret rare. It did go up, let's see, $3 is what it was at back in August. But then it took a big increase in the beginning of October. 42 listings. We have it at $11.45, $12.95, $13, $13.12, $12.30, $13.34, and then $13.36. I know Riso is a deck that uses this, and these are some other cards that I guess are suggested that people probably are picking up for Riso as well. Core Century Secret Rare Abyss Dweller, number 104 Masquerade, and of course Mereologic Aggregator. But yeah, this is one of those cards that is being ran and teched in that build, so you might want to. No, you actually don't. You don't need to pick this up. You have different versions from the Rarity Collection, so there's different versions you guys could pick up. You don't have to go after this one. I could see it coming down a little bit in price. I don't know how consistently they use Dugaris. I know it's a tech card. I'm not sure how consistently they use it. Mullen Glacia, the Elemental Lord. I know Mermo's just got some new support in Rage of the Abyss. It's Mermo's, right? I'm not mistaken that one. Mermil. Is that how you pronounce it? Mermio? Mermos? Yeah, they just got some new support in Rage of the Abyss. And so I want to take a look at Mullen Glacia, because this is a card I think it's used in a strategy. I know it's like a one of, but it could be used in the deck. This card was sitting around like the, what did it say, $18 price point back in August. Is that what it was at? I could have sworn it was lower in price. I might be mistaking this card with something else, but looks like in January it was around $8. Then we had an increase to $9. But yeah, I guess it reached in July the $15 price point. Right now we have it at 32 listings. We have listings starting at $19.98 for lightly played, then hitting above the $20 mark right here, $22, $23.55, and that's basically like $25-ish with shipping. So yeah, it has gone up in price. You don't have to play this version though. We have super rares from Flame No Destruction, and we have commons from the structured deck Freezing Chains as well, if you just want to have access to the card and test it out. But yeah, the secret rare is the one that's above $20 now. We have some Necros support that was announced over in the OCG. I'm not sure when we're getting here in the TCG, but we do have some support that was announced. It looks like we have a bunch of Necros cards getting bought out and going low on listings and going up in price. 24 listings for Nekroz of Brionac, the secret rare. Nekroz of Sophia, 12 listings. 6 listings for the secret rare. We have Nekroz of Trishula above its market price of $10. I know I have some of these, so I'm gonna definitely post those up. I should have some of these too. I bought a collection that came with like a Nekroz build, a bunch of Nekroz cards in there, and I've just been holding on to them because they weren't worth too much at the time. But it looks like now is the perfect moment to get rid of some of them since the hype is up for these. Nekroz of Brionac right here, 19 listings. This is the Ultra from Dual Power. Looks like it's low on listings. The Secret Forces, Necros of Valkyries. I'm not too familiar with the Necros archetype because I wasn't playing. I recently started playing in 2020, so I wasn't around when Necros was, you know, dominating meta. I heard something about, like, I think it was a Necros of Brianek or Necros of Trishula was like a super expensive card back then. Let me know down below. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with this Necros archetype. But yeah, it looks like a lot of these up here are getting bought out and going up in price. If you guys have any more info on Nekroz, let me know down below. What card should I be looking into, or you know, give some players some information on what cards they need to pick up before they go even higher. Like what's a 3 of, what's a 2 of in the strategy, what's a 1 of, things like that. Because I'm not too familiar with the strategy. I just come in and look at the prices and the listings and see what people are buying. But it looks like you have different options. Like if you don't want to get a secret rare Necros of Trishula, you could get an ultra rare from Dual Power. If you don't want to get the Necros of Brianek up here, it should have a reprint, doesn't it? Or is it only one printing of this? Yeah, it should have a reprint. We got a ultra rare right here for $3, which is going low on listings, but it's still $3. So yeah, I think you have different options in case you want to build like a budget version and don't want to go, like, you know, all out on it. It looks like this one though, it only has that one printing, so this one might be the one to look after. It was at $9, so it hasn't gone up too much. $9.70, $8. Oh, actually it is, because this is plus shipping, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's not like a $13 to $15 card. Let me know how important this card, Necros of Sophia, is to the strategy. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's Market Watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of Chan. This is Ricky572, and as always, we'll see you guys next time.